All right, everybody, welcome. So glad you're here. This is a really cool day for us, a big deal, a big undertaking by our city. I'm David Fierk. I'm the city manager, and I am also double dipping as handling the mayor's remarks. Mayor Matt Bemrick couldn't be here. He had to run out of town for something that was kind of important. So I'm filling in for him. So he apologizes for not being here. First, I'd like to acknowledge the city council members that here, and I think I see them all. We have Dave Flattery, Mayor Pro Tem, City Council Member Kim Allstott, Council Member Terry Mankey, and Cam Nelson. Council members, thanks for being here. I think that's all of the council members. We have Jim Overhelman, who is a staff member representing Randy Feenstra here. Thanks for coming, Jim. And then two ladies who didn't want me to acknowledge them is Lindy Loffesweiler and Brenda Engstrom with the county. Thanks for being here. So, like I said, this is a big deal for Fort Dodge. You know, we know and strive to compete at a global level in our community, and you know, to be relevant in global competition requires first-class housing, first-class quality of life, first-class commerce, and to do that, all requires great infrastructure. And we, for many years, knew that our data and communication networks were not where we wanted them to be, not where we needed to be competitive in this environment. So we actually started this effort way back, I would say, for real, started was like March of 2018. We were doing council strategic planning, and council member Mankey had said, hey, folks, to the council, this is something important. We have got to do something about it. So, like I said, Terry, this is all your fault. It is, because you're the one that started it. I was that very pessimistic city manager at the time saying, no, we can't do this. And Terry's like, we got to figure out how to do this. So that started the whole wheels in motion. So thank you, Terry, for getting that started. And I also applaud all the current and former council members and Mayor Bemrick for being really sort of like fearlessly bold with big infrastructure projects. I mean, and this Fort Dodge Fiber is a huge infrastructure project. Many cities would have shied away from taking on such a deal, but we did it, and you know, credit goes to our leaders who said, yes, this is something we're gonna do. And it is, like I said, it's a huge deal, and it's like, you know, we always say, yay, we're getting fast internet, but it is way more than that. If you think of everything you do in life now that requires a digital connection, it's not just internet, it's not just surfing the net, it's healthcare, it's commerce, it's doing your job, it's visiting with loved ones who are far away. And once this fiber is installed, you will basically have that light speed at your house. So this does poise us for the future to be a very competitive city going forward. And I think now it is my honor to introduce Troy DeJody, who's with the Iowa Municipal Utilities. He's going to say a few words.
Sure.
All right. Thanks, Troy.
Yes, I am. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Iowa Association of Municipal Utilities and its nearly 750 municipal electric, gas, water, and broadband utilities, let me congratulate the City of Fort Dodge for really taking control of your broadband future to ensure that you have the infrastructure that you need to compete globally, like you said. Iowa has a very vibrant municipal broadband community. There are 26 operational broadband utilities in Iowa. They range from Haywarden to Cedar Falls to Indianola to Waverly. And you are about to embark on something they have all done over the past, some of them over the past couple years, some of them over the past 30 years, and that is bringing critical services to your community. The Iowa Association of Municipal Utilities and its 26 operational municipal broadband utilities look forward to working with the City of Fort Dodge or Fort Dodge Fiber to make sure that you have the future that you need here in your community. Thank you and congratulations. This really is a huge step. I don't know who's going next. Hey, you have to
Thanks, Troy. Michael Maloney from D.A. Davidson. I'm here to introduce some of the financial partners that made this a reality today. But before I do that, just shortly, I really kind of want to connect what David and Troy already shared. You know, we really can recognize over the last couple years how important this type of infrastructure is for the city now and into the future. And a lot of communities talk about doing a project like this, but it takes the stakeholders from city staff, council, and leadership, as well as the cooperation from our financing partners and the whole working team to get this to a point where we can execute and do a ceremony like we are today. So I think it's really a kudos to the city and all those partners coming together. When people talk about these solutions, we often hear of the fancy P3, public-private partnerships, and some of the convoluted options that are there. But when it really comes down to it, if you think about a municipal entity putting in infrastructure, relying on the local financing institutions, it's the oldest school P3 in the book, and it's what makes these things a reality. So with that in mind, I'd like to turn it over at first to our Series A lead financing institution, Jim Plaguey from Bank of Iowa. Thanks.
Thank you, Michael. As he said, I'm Jim Plaguey, CEO of Bank Iowa. We're a family-owned bank. We have about 25 offices located around the state. Our nearest office is in Humboldt, Iowa. And a quick story on this project. Our credit team and I were discussing being involved in the financing last spring and last summer. And one of the things you always have to ask yourself on a project like this is, you know, what's the quality of the current fiber network or the current broadband in the city? Because if the current system is good, then that makes the likelihood of a new system to be not so good. Well, I did RAGBRAI last year when it came through Fort Dodge. And when you're on RAGBRAI, when you come into a community, the cell phone coverage pretty much evaporates because it just gets overloaded. And we stayed at the home of John and Christy Nielsen here in town. So when we got to their home, I asked John, hey, can you share your Wi-Fi password with me? I just need to catch up on emails, et cetera. And he said, I'm glad to share it with you, Jim. Here it is. But it's not going to do you any good because the internet is down like it usually is in Fort Dodge. So at that point, I think that's the moment at which at least I became a pretty ardent supporter of Bank Iowa being involved in this project. And as we continue to do the research, we're very excited to be able to lead that. And one of the points in our vision statement is to be a center of influence in the communities we serve, and that certainly includes Central Iowa and Fort Dodge. We're proud to live out that statement and take the lead on the Fort Dodge Fiber Project. And I also want to thank the other participating banks. Michael, you want me to introduce them, or are you going to? Okay. The other participating banks that joined us in this are Security Savings Bank of Gowrie, First State Bank of Fort Dodge, United Bank of Iowa, First Interstate Bank, and Green State Credit Union. And I also want to thank our Bank Iowa leaders on this project, Ron Sock, our Business Development Officer, and Angie Firk, our Central Iowa Humboldt Regional President. So congratulations to Fort Dodge Fiber. This is a big day for you, for your city council, for your mayor, and the entire community. I'm confident that this will help propel you into the future and as was referred to earlier, to really allow you to interact with the global economy. So thank you very much for allowing us to be involved.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate your comments there. I think an economic development project like this is really great in terms of what it can do for the businesses and other institutions in the community, as well as education standpoint, all the way from students being able to have this access in the home, thousands of students over the coming generations being able to benefit from this. Speak a little bit more, I've got Jordan Hensley. They're the lead and sole lender on the Series B financing to say a couple words as well. Thanks, Jordan.
All right, thank you, Mike. Again, I'm Jordan Hensley. I'm with People's Credit Union. I mirror the statements. We have a branch in town, and the downtime is real. So there you have it. But that being said, just wanted to give a brief thank you for being able to participate. The City of Fort Dodge, we always enjoy projects. As many of you know, credit unions are member-owned organizations, so that gives us the responsibility to focus on strong building communities, building community infrastructure, and bettering the lives of our member owners. So that being said, this was a natural dovetail and a great project to join. Again, just a quick thank you to the City of Fort Dodge, all those involved. Mike, you've made the process exceptionally straightforward and simple. And we just appreciate the opportunity to help and serve. So congratulations to Fort Dodge Fiber.
Hello, Ryan Mail, Assistant City Manager, and I was project manager for really the beginning half of the project and to keep this moving forward. I think the testament today is how many people are here, and it takes a village to get this going. You know, this wasn't just a small task, and it continues to grow and grow. And with that, it's been no one was happier than as this team grew to be able to share some of the weight and the work. Really, for us, we have the opportunity to continue to build a great team that's focused on, of course, fast, reliable internet, but really for us, probably a bigger focus would be the customer service side of it. So when we are doing interviews, when we're looking for new staff, that's what it is. It's that front-facing focus of how we are going to interact with our customers who we're working and striving to make the best opportunity every day, because we hear what others are saying about it, and make sure that they understand that the dollars they're investing now in broadband really this can be a new option for them to consider and to help them in their recreational, educational, and occupational needs when it comes to broadband. So for me, it's my pleasure to introduce our first 3 hires. For us, it's 3 hires of probably about 16. Really just depends on the scale and size of our system as it grows and continues to add more. So our first hire was Jeremy Pearson. Jeremy is our fiber director. Decades in the industry to really help out, which is crossing over multiple times of what we're doing and how we're progressing. You know, not often in city government do you just build a new department, and that's what we're doing here. So every day we're focusing on building that foundation the right way and building it up. And Jeremy's a key component to that. Our next one would be Nick Eckel. He's our customer experience manager. Again, for us, it's more than just how fast that internet is, how reliable that internet is, but how you're getting that service. And Nick's going to be that focus, working with our customers to make sure and businesses on how that's going and their overall experience, thus his job title. And when it comes to building a fiber network, 2 different systems, aerial above ground or a buried system underground, no one will be more important in this system than Audrey Douglas, our fiber locator. Again, thank you, and pass it over to Jeremy, introduce some of our consultants and our team to build this system up. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. It's a pleasure to be with you guys today. The 3 people you see standing here in front of you are the youngest Fort Dodge Fiber people. So they've, the term is we've been drinking from a fire hose. I started May 2nd, and they've just been dumping knowledge and information into us. And I think between the 3 of us, we've enjoyed drinking from that fire hose. We're looking forward to making that happen, and really can't wait to be part of this team. So coming along with that, we couldn't have done this with anything without our partners and our consultants. So here with us today from HR Green, Ken Demlow and Brock Fuller. So they are kind of leading the charge of the design of the fiber network. Also, our contractor that you'll be seeing around town putting our fiber into the ground, MP Next Level. From there, we have Jimmy Shermer and Jeff Jude. Right over here. Thank you, gentlemen. You made the trip. You might as well come up and enjoy it. Besides, there's shade up here anyway.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
all right. Also helping us along the way with our phone offerings and our phone products, Consortia Consulting. Renee Knoop is here with us to help us guide us through that process. Fuse Technique, Ben Steinman is here with us. Ben is one of the geniuses behind the operations, designing the ISP room, all the technology that goes into the electronics to deliver broadband to everybody's homes and businesses. So Ben has been an integral part of that happening. So we're excited to work with Ben on that. Kilkoff Advisory Services, Todd Kilkoff is over here. He's been dubbed the spreadsheet commander. He's the one that makes sure we get everything taken care of on budget. So Todd's keeping the pencil sharpened and make sure we do it right and make smart financial choices along the way. And last but not least, Smart Source Consulting, Curtis Dean, the man behind the camera, the face for radio. He's in charge of the marketing piece, so he's what makes us look pretty. So don't hold that against him. He's got a hard job ahead of us to make us look pretty. So that's the team behind the scenes for Fort Dodge Fiber. Looking forward to making this a reality here in Fort Dodge. So from that point on, I'm not sure what happens next. Turn it back over to David.
I think we're ready to shovel. So we need someone from MP Next Level, someone from HR. Who would you have a real list? Who's on the list? HR Green, Jeremy, and we had. Is Flattery gonna do it? Flattery can dig. Flattery, you want to shovel? And then
I'll give him this one, and you can do it.
no, you can. You deserve it more than me.
Come on up, show us.
Who's doing the pictures?
Brock Adams is doing all of our.
All right. Do I need to say anything here? Like 1, 2, 3, go.
I think, yeah, give them a little countdown maybe.
Just get them kind of lined up and hold them above the dirt a little bit. So hold that for a photo. Look here and smile.
You ready for the action? Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Okay. We have refreshments. We have cookies. We have water. I think you can make lemonade and other stuff. That's it. Lemonade and other stuff. So please help yourself to our refreshments. Thank you, everybody involved, and thanks for coming out and helping us celebrate our groundbreaking. We'll hopefully celebrate when we get a customer signed on and hooked up, and we'll have some blazing speed.